Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Sunday, August the 2nd, race number 10 at Del Mar. Let's throw up the field for the Grade 1. Clement L. Hirsch, $250,000 is the purse. Fillies and mares going 1 mile and a 16th. You can download free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at DRF.com. Access them, handicap along with us. Only a field of 6, Mike, but the quality is there from top to bottom. 3 Grade 1 stakes winners and a horse perhaps on the cusp of being a Grade 1 winner in the Sharp Fighting Mad.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, there are a couple of horses who look like, they're probably in too tough here, but among the 2, 3, 5, and 6, this is a fascinating race.
We take a look at the Timeform US pace projector. We know that Fighting Mad is plenty fast, went right to the front last time out and wired him in the Santa Maria. Maybe a little bit more pressure this time, though. Ollie's Candy's got underrated speed, and CC the 2 could probably slot in behind. I wonder if they're going to get real aggressive with Ollie's Candy there, or maybe they let Fighting Mad go, get off the rail, and stalk an attack from second.
Yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. It's going to be interesting to see what tactics are employed, though, because Fighting Mad, they just absolutely turned her loose last time and paid the price. I didn't see them doing that again in this race.
Hang a Star, the number 1's going to be stretching out for the first time in her career, and maybe she could show a little bit of stretch out speed. You could argue that she's probably one of the horses up against it in here from a class standpoint. She is Grade 3 placed, but she is facing a tough field.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like she's in, way too tough against these horses.
CC looked so good winning the Beholder Mile over both Hard Not to Love and Ollie's Candy. She must have been 4 or 5 path on the backstretch, and she just kept right on going. She got a beautiful trip and ride from Victor Espinoza when she then won the Apple Blossom, and she kind of underperformed last time out in the Santa Maria, but I like that they've given her a little bit of time since that race.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think it could be the key here, Dan, because it did sort of feel like going back into that Santa Maria last time that it was going to be hard for her to reproduce her prior 2 efforts. I mean, she laid it all on the track in the Apple Blossom. That was an all-out war through the stretch, and she finally prevailed, but it did feel like, maybe that took a little something out of her going into that last race.
I think some are wondering if Hard Not to Love might be slightly better as a late running 7/8 of a mile horse. Her 2 best races from a speed figure standpoint came in her big wins in the Grade 1 La Brea for 3-year-old fillies last year and her seasonal debut in the Santa Monica. That being said, it's not like her 2-turn form is bad at all. She ran okay, although no match for CC, and the Beholder went on the lead. And last time out, I was just so surprised that she ended up that far behind early. Again, no match for Fighting Mad, but Fighting Mad had things her own way.
Yeah, I agree with that. And she didn't break great last time. I mean, I guess maybe that played into, one of the reasons why Smith just took her back. Maybe he also thought that CC was going to be way more aggressive there and he would sit a better trip. But as it turns out, nobody went after Fighting Mad. And once Hard Not to Love was last up the backstretch, she didn't really have any chance in there. I am one of the people, though, who is concerned that she might be a little bit better as a closing sprinter.
Dog Tag, the number 4, is a fascinating entrant because you have a superior horseman in Dick Mandela who knows his stock and knows the Dog Tag right now is really, really good on the turf. It seems no matter the distance, but he's going to run her here, and he knew who was going to be in this race. So he's challenging Dog Tag, and I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think it's interesting that she's in here. She's not my kind of horse. I don't want to bet her against the big 4 in this race as she tries dirt for the first time since her debut. But it is interesting that they've entered her here.
Ollie's Candy won this race last year, and she's had a couple of tough defeats. You talked about the Apple Blossom where she had a clear lead in the stretch, and CC just got him. Ollie's Candy did a lot of work in that Apple Blossom on the lead while CC set a good trip off of the duel. Let's watch her last race, the Phipps, and I think we're both going to agree that this might be, in a way, a little bit of a bad loss. Because turning for home here at 2-1 at the 3/16 pole, it looks like there's really no way she can lose. It just seems like the winner, She's a Julia's in between horses, has been one Paston in a drive. The horse on the outside Point of Honor is in trouble. Still, right here, it's hard to imagine her losing. And not only did she lose, but she runs 3rd.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, and listen, I could give her the same excuse that we gave CC earlier, and that her Apple Blossom was just an all-out war. I actually thought she ran great in the Apple Blossom. They came back. It was pretty quick back for the Phipps, and maybe it just took a toll on her there, Dan. I agree, though, that it was not a good-looking loss for her there. I've heard other, there are other positions that she got very unlucky there, locked up on a pace again, was blamed, prevailing, and getting run down. I didn't look at the race that way. I thought that was a race that she probably should have won. But you know what? Coming off the Apple Blossom, I'd be willing to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Here's Fighting Mad, the lightly raced filly, ton of upside by New Year's Day. And let's watch her win in the Santa Maria. She just controlled this thing from the start. She got the jump on Hard Not to Love, who's second in the lane. Who's third on the outside, going to move into second past CC, who's just going up and down right now. Horologist came out of this race with a big triple-digit buyer speed figure win with the drop in class. I think I need to see it again from Fighting Mad, but I also wouldn't be surprised at all if she does it again.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It just doesn't feel like she can get that trip in this race where they just turn her loose and let her control the action. I just don't see it happening, Dan. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe she's just gotten a lot better. She's really improved, and she doesn't need that kind of a trip to run a big race. But I'm with you. I want to see her do it again.
Let's take a look at our top picks for a wide open and fun and competitive edition and a classy edition of the Grade 1 Clement Hirsch. You're going back to CC. The little bit of a freshening might be all that it takes, and I think she's going to sit the trip, sitting third, getting the jump on my top pick, Hard Not to Love.
Yeah, I think she is going to get a good trip in this race, and I do feel like maybe the time off could have done her some good. Her races 2 and 3 back were outstanding.
I'd like Hard Not to Love to be sitting just outside of CC in the second flight. Maybe they'll both be able to move at the same time. Hopefully there's a little bit of more pace this time for Hard Not to Love. I want to give her one more chance before I start thinking that she is a one-run 7/8 source, although I'm starting to lean that way as you are. 3625 for me, 2356 for Mike. The Grade 1 Clement Hirsch is your Sunday race of the day, and it has an approximate post time of 6:30 Pacific. Good luck.